What's going on, guys? I'm Zach from the Lumios Post, where we talk about all things Pokemon, and today we're talking about some new evolutions that I think we could see in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Before we jump into the video, be sure to check out our previous videos. We've talked about different Pokemon that we think we could see in the game. We've talked about new Pokemon, we've talked about just random new Pokemon, more traditional new Pokemon like Regional Bird, Regional Bug, and we've talked about regional variants that we also could see, and today we'll be talking about the new evolutions. A link to those videos will be in the description below, or you can go to our channel's playlist section and click on the Pokemon predictions video or playlist for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Before we begin, I do want to preface it and say that it has not been confirmed that new evolutions will be in these games. This is purely speculative, and it is the only reason I'm making this. I wouldn't have made this if we were back in Gen 8 with Sword and Shield. The only reason I'm doing this is because we did just get Legends Arceus, and in that game we did get some brand new evolutions to older Pokemon with Pokemon like Weirdeer and Ursaluna. So without further ado, let's dive into the video. So with number 1, we're going to go ahead and get out all of those groans and eye rolls, because number 1 is a Dunsparce evolution. Look, I love Dunsparce. I really want him to evolve. I found something that could work, so yes, I absolutely had to put Dunsparce in this video. So there's this legendary creature in Spanish mythology called the Sugaar. It's Sugaar. This is a dragon that is typically depicted as more serpentine and with a pair of wings, which reminds you of Dunsparce, who is serpentine with a pair of wings. And for this Pokemon, I could see it being dragon normal, just picking up, the dragon typing for Dunsparce. I could see it being dragon flying and expanding on how now its wings can carry it long distances and not short distances like with Dunsparce. Or, wishful thinking, I could see it becoming Dragon Fairy because, well, that's a great typing. That's a typing that's been very underutilized. The only Pokemon with that typing is Mega Altaria, and if Megas aren't in the game, then the Dragon Fairy typing isn't in the game. So I would like to see something get this, and yeah, maybe it's wishful thinking, but maybe this Dunsparce evolution could have it. In terms of abilities, I imagine that this one and most of the other Pokemon we're going to talk about will keep their same abilities from their previous evolutions, but if I feel that something will change, I will let you know. But in this case, Dunsparce will probably keep the same abilities. I think maybe if it got the Dragon Fairy typing, it'd pick up something else like Multi-Scale, but I imagine that one's more of a pipe dream, and so he's more likely to become Dragon Normal or Dragon Flying. And for number 2, we have Tauros. So I've talked a bit about a bull Pokemon for a while now on the channel. This will be the 3rd time I'm mentioning it, in fact. The bull is the Spanish national animal, and when you think of Spain, you think of things like bullfighting, and you think of the running of the bulls. And so there's going to be some kind of bull Pokemon. Personally, in my opinion, I think it's most likely that it's a Tauros variant, but I'm going to hold out evolution for Tauros, who's another longtime favorite of mine, and go ahead and predict an evolution for it. And for the record, the reason I think that it will be Tauros related and not a new Pokemon altogether is because, for one, Tauros is literally a bull Pokemon. It is not a cow. It's male only, so it is literally a bull Pokemon. That said, another reason is because Junichi Masuda recently retweeted a drawing of Tauros. Now, that could mean nothing. That could mean absolutely nothing. He retweets artwork all the time, especially if you tag him. But I think it could also mean something because it was shortly after Scarlet and Violet were announced that he did this, and he wasn't tagged in this artwork posting. He just, retweeted it. And another reason I think it's interesting is because Junichi Masuda does have a history of teasing things with his Twitter account. That said, it could not be Taurus Relay. It could be a brand new Pokemon like I've talked about before. But if it is Taurus related and it is an evolution, I would love to see this Pokemon get a normal fighting type. I think it has to pick up the fighting type because of the Spanish fighting bull. and bullfighting. I don't think they'll reference bullfighting directly because that is a very big controversy, but I do think that they will give it the fighting type because that is something you think of with the bulls. They just, won't have people fighting the Tauros or the Tauros evolution. That they just won't do that. But I definitely think that normal fighting Tauros evolution is definitely on the table. I think that 4 abilities, keep the same abilities. I did come up with an idea for a Seeing Red ability is what I called it, where whenever a red Pokemon was on the field, Tauros would get an attack boost, but only be able to attack that Pokemon, as a kind of reference to the whole Matador and Bull relationship. But, I do think that Taurus's abilities are pretty perfect for a Bull to begin with. So, I know Intimidate, Sheer Force, that's amazing right there. So I'm fine either way. Another Pokemon that I think would be a really great reference to the whole Bulls and Matador thing, which again is a huge staple of Spain, would be a Halucha evolution. Now the Halucha line, or I guess just Halucha, is already very Spanish inspired, or rather, it's actually Mexican inspired. It's inspired by Mexican wrestling and kind of has some Aztec influences in it. But I think it would be cool to kind of take a Pokemon that's Hispanic inspired like that and give it a Spanish evolution just because of Spain's ties to Latin America and to South America, Central America. But I think that a fighting flying type, it would have to keep its typing, and I think something that they could do is Halucha is known to show off, and you'll see it like kind of lift up its arms and show off its physique and all. I think it would be really neat if they kind of kept this vibe, but instead of his wings being green, they actually made one of them red and the other one green, and so it's kind of like the Matador's cape. I think that would be so neat. I think this Pokemon would be perfect to give an evolution to that could, very much be inspired by the Matador. And furthermore, Spain has a ton of birds, so I think Halucha getting getting a evolution, not another, but a new evolution, I think that would be perfect for it, just for so many reasons. This is a Pokemon that doesn't need an evolution, but I think it's perfect for an evolution. This just kind of seems like it could really become a staple of these games, a Halucha evolution. I know that if it was in, I'd definitely use it. I love Halucha too. Maybe I just love all Pokemon, but I think that they should do it. I definitely think we should see some kind of Matador-inspired Halucha evolution. And next up, we have a Tentacruel evolution inspired by the Portuguese Manowar. I think that the Portuguese Manowar absolutely has to happen. This is a really famous, really well-known, or I guess I could say infamous and very well-known jellyfish. And obviously it is the Portuguese Manowar. It's found in the Iberian Peninsula. It's very Portuguese. So I think it has to happen. I think we'll definitely see some kind of Portuguese Manowar. And my thought process is, why not give it to Tentacruel? I could see Tentacruel getting an evolution that kind of becomes more slick, much longer tendrils, and more of a clearer top, like the Portuguese Manowar. I could see it becoming a lot more powerful and maybe even quicker too. I'm not sure. But I think that would be really neat because not only will we have this brand new jellyfish Pokemon that's really quick, but then it would also allow Tentacruel, who's a bit more on the bulky side, to take advantage of an Eviolite. So it would definitely help the line in a lot of ways. I think it absolutely needs to happen. And last but certainly not least is a Giraffe Rig evolution. So the Pokemon Giraffe Rig, I kind of feel like it's perfect for an evolution because it doesn't look complete to me. Furthermore, I thought that it was really weird that it wasn't in Legends Arceus. Giraffe Rig isn't a Sinnoh Pokemon, but it is in the Sinnoh games, and I remember when I was younger, I actually played Sinnoh before I played a Johto game, so I actually thought Giraffe Rig was a Sinnoh Pokemon. So this could just be kind of a subconscious thing of mine, thinking that's a Sinnoh Pokemon, but I did think it was weird that it was missing from Legends, and not only was it missing from Legends, but they kind of replaced it in Legends by adding Stantler to that regional dex and giving it an evolution that was the same type as Giraffe Rig. That just seemed really weird to me. Furthermore, Stantler and Giraffe Rig kind of go hand in hand in my mind. I think of the two when I think of each other. So I think that we could see a Giraffe Rig evolution. I think it could be normal Psychic, or I think that it could be Dark Psychic with the evil half of it kind of taking more control or whatever. I think that this Giraffe Rig could be based off of this Giraffe Rig evolution, could be based off of the, and I'm about to butcher this pronunciation, just bear with me here, but the Decennatherium, which is an old prehistoric giraffe relative that actually fossils of it have been found in the Iberian Peninsula, which is Spain and Portugal, of course. So it seems perfect to me. This thing it would be based off of has been found in the area the games are based off of. Giraffe Rig deserves it. People love Giraffe Rig, and I think they'd love it a lot more if it got an evolution, and I think, giving it the Dark Psychic type with its evolution will make it even better. But just give it to Giraffe Rig. Come on, we need to see it. This Pokemon deserves some love. And in terms of abilities, I think if it was normal Psychic, it would keep the same abilities that Giraffe Rig has. However, if it does become the Dark Psychic type, I think it will be really beneficial to see it drop Inner Focus and switch that out for Defiant. And there you have it, folks. That is 5 Pokemon that I think we could be seeing get some kind of new evolution if they do new evolutions in this game. Again, no real guarantee on that. Once again, be sure to check out our previous videos on speculating what kind of Pokemon will appear in these games. I've linked to those videos in the description, as well as a playlist on the channel for Scarlet and Violet Pokemon predictions. You can check out all these videos there. This is kind of not the last video of this series, but we certainly are winding down on this series for now. We do have some more stuff planned, and as more things come up, we'll predict their evolutions and predict what route they could go. And we'll predict more as we have more to base it off of. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, to keep up with all our future stuff, got tons of other Scarlet and Violet stuff, even if we aren't predicting new Pokemon. Hit the bell for notifications, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. And until next time, I will see all of you later.